Living in a traditional estate. Luxe forest green and brass home life. Timeless elegance meets modern luxury. Welcome back to Modify House, where we transform inspiration into stunning interior design concepts. If you're passionate about creating spaces that exude timeless elegance and sophisticated luxury, you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's breathtaking design journey, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment below telling us which room from this design you'd love to have in your own home. Your support means the world to us. Today, we're exploring an absolutely stunning design concept inspired by a kitchen that stopped us in our tracks. We're talking deep forest greens, gleaming brass accents, dramatic marble, and the kind of architectural details that make a house feel like a curated estate. This isn't just a color scheme, it's a complete lifestyle. So grab your notebook, settle in, and let's discover how to bring this French-inspired traditional elegance into every corner of your home. French-inspired traditional estate. At the heart of this design lies a sophisticated marriage between French classical architecture and American traditional grandeur. Imagine walking through a home that feels like it's been lovingly curated over generations, where every detail, from the coffered ceilings to the brass door handles, tells a story of refined taste and uncompromising quality. This is estate living at its finest. We're designing for a substantial home, typically between 6,000 and 8,000 square feet, where formal spaces flow seamlessly into comfortable family areas. The architecture features high ceilings with elaborate millwork, grand proportions that command attention, and classical details that never go out of style. Think coffered ceilings that add depth and dimension, crown moldings that draw the eye upward, and panel walls that create architectural interest in every room. The beauty of this concept is its timelessness. While design trends come and go, this French-inspired traditional approach remains perpetually elegant. It's a style that whispers rather than shouts, that impresses through quality and craftsmanship rather than fleeting fashions. This is a home design not just for today, but for decades of gracious living. Deep jewel tones meet warm metallics. Let's talk about the color story that makes this design so captivating. The star of our palette is a rich, deep forest green. Think Benjamin Moore's hunter green or dark celery. This isn't your bright, springtime green. This is a sophisticated, almost mysterious shade that feels both grounding and luxurious. It's the color of old libraries, English drawing rooms, and heritage estates. But forest green doesn't work alone. We're pairing it with warm brass and antiqued gold accents that catch the light and add instant glamour. Imagine brass cabinet hardware gleaming against those dark green cabinets, brass chandeliers casting a warm glow across marble surfaces, and brass picture frames adding subtle sparkle to gallery walls. The combination of green and gold is nature's own luxury palette. Think of a forest at golden hour. Our supporting flares include rich charcoal and black for depth and drama, particularly in marble selections and accent pieces. For balance, we introduce cream and ivory as our neutral foundation. These soft, warm whites prevent the space from feeling too heavy and create breathing room within the richness. Then we have our room-specific accent colors: deep navy for a moody library or study, burgundy wine tones for an intimate dining experience, soft sage for serene bedrooms, and warm gray beiges that tie everything together. Each space gets its own character while maintaining the cohesive thread of sophisticated jewel tones throughout. Luxury you can touch. In a design this elevated, materials matter enormously. Every surface, every finish contributes to the overall sense of quality and permanence. Let's start with marble, specifically dark marble with dramatic white veining. Picture black or deep charcoal marble shot through with bold white striations that look like lightning frozen in stone. This becomes your countertop statement, your fireplace surround, your bathroom sanctuary. Solid brass is our metal of choice throughout, and we're talking about the real thing. Not brass-plated, but solid brass that will develop a beautiful patina over time. From cabinet hardware to plumbing fixtures, from lighting to stair railings, brass becomes the golden thread that connects every space. You can choose between polished brass for maximum shine or antiqued brass for a more understated, heritage feel. The floors set the foundation with dark stained hardwood, rich walnut or ebony stained oak that grounds the entire palette. These aren't just floors, they're the canvas upon which every room unfolds. In entries, kitchens, and bathrooms, we incorporate marble flooring, often in geometric patterns that add classical elegance. And let's not forget the ceilings. Coffered ceilings appear throughout the main level, adding architectural gravitas and visual interest overhead. These aren't afterthoughts. They're focal points that draw the eye upward and make every room feel more substantial, more considered, more complete. Classical silhouettes with refined detailing. The furniture in this estate-style home strikes a perfect balance between formal elegance and lived-in comfort. We're selecting pieces with classical silhouettes. Think Chesterfield sofas with deep button tufting, wingback chairs with graceful curves, and four-poster beds that make a statement of stately elegance. In the formal living room, you'll find velvet sofas in that signature emerald green or in cream for contrast, paired with chairs featuring brass or wooden legs with brass accents. Every piece is substantial without being bulky, elegant without being fragile. The formal dining room showcases a magnificent mahogany table that can seat 12 to 14 guests, surrounded by upholstered chairs in cream velvet with brass nailhead trim, the kind of details that elevate simple chairs into works of art. The library or study is where we really embrace traditional masculinity. Picture a cognac leather Chesterfield, a substantial mahogany desk with brass hardware, and built-in bookshelves in dark wood that reach from floor to ceiling. This is a room designed for contemplation, for important work, for savoring a good book and a fine whiskey. Throughout the home, we're selecting wood furniture in dark, rich finishes, mahogany, walnut, or ebonized oak, always complemented by brass hardware and accents. Side tables feature brass gallery rails, coffee tables incorporate brass bases with glass or marble tops, and every piece of storage furniture, from nightstands to china cabinets, showcases those beautiful brass pulls and handles that tie back to our core aesthetic. Collected over time. What transforms a beautifully furnished house into a home with soul? It's the decorative layer, those finishing touches that suggest a life well lived and a collection thoughtfully curated. In this design concept, we're embracing the idea that this home has been collected over time, with treasures gathered from travels, inheritances, and careful selection. artwork plays a crucial role, and we're choosing pieces in gilded frames, gold leaf or antiqued gold finishes that echo our brass accents. The subjects tend toward classical landscapes, botanical prints, and heritage portraiture. Think English countryside scenes, detailed architectural drawings of classical buildings, or beautiful botanical illustrations that bring nature indoors. These aren't trendy gallery prints. They're timeless pieces that could hang on these walls for generations. On surfaces throughout the home, we're styling with decorative objects in brass and crystal. Think brass candlesticks of varying heights, crystal decanters catching the light, brass trays for corralling items elegantly, and vintage brass compasses or globes that add narrative interest. Fresh flowers and greenery appear in brass vessels, urns, vases, and planters that coordinate with our metallic theme while bringing life and movement to static spaces. Coffee table books deserve special mention. We're selecting beautiful volumes with leather bindings or fabric covers in coordinating colors. Books on architecture, gardens, classical art, and travel destinations. These aren't just decorative objects. They're conversation starters and sources of inspiration. In the dining room, consider a collection of brass candlesticks running down the center of that long mahogany table, antique serving pieces in silver or brass displayed in the china cabinet, and perhaps a brass chandelier that becomes the room's crowning jewel. Warmth and drama. Lighting in this design does so much more than illuminate. It creates atmosphere, highlights architecture, and adds layers of warmth that make these grand spaces feel inviting. We're working with multiple types of lighting in every room to achieve that perfect, layered glow. Chandeliers become jewelry for your rooms. In the entry foyer, imagine a substantial brass and crystal chandelier making a dramatic first impression. The formal dining room features a brass chandelier centered above the table, sized generously to make a statement. Living spaces, bedrooms, and even closets get their own versions. Brass chandeliers with glass shades, crystal elements, or fabric drum shades depending on the room's formality. Wall sconces appear throughout, flanking mirrors in bathrooms and powder rooms, highlighting artwork in hallways and providing ambient light in bedrooms and living spaces. These are always in brass with either glass shades for sparkle or fabric shades for softness. Table and floor lamps add that essential task lighting while contributing to the decor. Brass bases are a given, paired with cream, green, or patterned fabric shades. In the library, a substantial brass floor lamp arcs over a reading chair. On nightstands, matching brass lamps with cream shades create symmetry and provide bedtime reading light. But here's where it gets really special. We're incorporating under-cabinet lighting in the kitchen for both function and atmosphere, cove lighting and coffered ceilings to highlight architectural details, and picture lights above important artwork. Dimmer switches throughout allow you to adjust the mood from bright and energetic for entertaining to soft and intimate for quiet evenings. The goal is warm, inviting light, never harsh or cold. We want every room to glow with that golden ambience that makes people want to settle in and stay a while. Bringing life indoors. Even in a design this formal and sophisticated, we need the organic softness of living plants and natural elements. Botanicals prevent the space from feeling like a museum and add that essential touch of life and movement. In the kitchen, fresh herbs in small brass pots sit on the counter near the sink, both beautiful and functional. The entry foyer makes a grand statement with tall arrangements of fresh flowers or branches in large brass urns. Think eucalyptus, olive branches, or seasonal blooms. Living spaces feature arrangements appropriate to their scale. Substantial floral designs in brass vases on coffee tables, smaller arrangements on side tables, and perhaps a fiddle leaf fig or rubber plant in a brass planter bringing height and greenness to a corner. The dining room table gets special attention. For every day, a low arrangement of greenery in a brass bowl runs down the center. For entertaining, more elaborate fresh floral arrangements in coordinating colors, creams, greens, deep burgundies, create a stunning centerpiece without blocking conversation. Bedrooms benefit from the calming presence of plants too. A small orchid on a nightstand, a vase of fresh flowers on the dresser, or a larger potted plant in a brass planter near a window all contribute to a sense of serenity and connection to nature. We're also incorporating botanical artwork, those beautiful vintage botanical prints in gilded frames we mentioned earlier, which bring the beauty of nature to walls throughout the home in a refined, classical way. Sophisticated sanctuary. So, what does it actually feel like to live in a home designed with this concept? Let's paint that picture. When you step through the front door, there's an immediate sense of arrival. This is a place of substance and significance. The grand foyer, with its coffered details and gleaming brass, welcomes you with formal elegance. But as you move through the home, you discover rooms that range from impressively formal to comfortably inviting. The overall vibe is one of quiet confidence. This isn't a home that tries to impress with trendy flourishes or bold statements. Instead, it impresses through quality, through thoughtful details, through the kind of timeless design decisions that only look better with age. There's a sense of heritage here, even if the home is newly built, a feeling that this could be an estate that's been in the family for generations. Different rooms offer different moods while maintaining that cohesive thread. The formal living and dining rooms have a dressed-up elegance perfect for entertaining. The library feels masculine and contemplative, a retreat for focused work or quiet reading. The family room, while still beautifully appointed, invites you to kick off your shoes and relax with family. Bedrooms range from the stately sophistication of the primary suite to more personalized guest rooms, each with its own character. Throughout, there's a sense of permanence and quality. These aren't furnishings and finishes you'll want to replace in 5 years. This is investment-level design that will serve you beautifully for decades. The deep greens won't feel dated. The brass won't go out of style. The marble will only grow more distinguished with time. It's also worth noting the sense of balance achieved here. Yes, the colors are rich and the finishes are luxurious, but the cream and ivory neutrals, the natural light from generous windows, and the presence of plants and florals prevent any feeling of heaviness. Even with all this opulence, the home feels livable, breathable, and welcoming. Bringing it all together. Let's take a quick tour through some key spaces to see how all these elements come together in practice. In the kitchen, the room that inspired this entire concept, we have those stunning deep green cabinets with brass hardware, dramatic black marble countertops with white veining, a brass pot filler at the stove, brass pendant lights over the island, and that incredible coffered ceiling tying it all together. It's a kitchen that functions beautifully but looks like a work of art. The primary bedroom suite offers a softer interpretation of our palette. Walls in soft sage green or warm cream create a serene backdrop. A 4-poster bed in dark wood anchors the space, dressed in luxurious cream linens with green and gold accent pillows. Matching nightstands with brass hardware and lamps flank the bed. A sitting area near the windows features velvet chairs and a small brass and marble side table. Floor-to-ceiling silk drapery frames the windows, and a coffered or tray ceiling adds architectural interest overhead. In the primary bathroom, we go full luxury, marble everywhere. A freestanding soaking tub with a brass floor-mounted faucet as sculpture, dual vanities in that signature deep green with marble tops and brass fixtures, an ornate brass-framed mirror, and a separate shower with a brass rainfall showerhead. This is a spa-worthy retreat within your own home. The formal dining room showcases the drama this palette can achieve. Imagine a coffered ceiling painted in deep burgundy or navy, walls in rich damask wallpaper or wood paneling, that long mahogany table gleaming under a brass chandelier, upholstered chairs in cream velvet with brass nailheads, and a sideboard displaying brass serving pieces and crystal decanters. A Persian rug in deep reds and creams grounds the space. This is a room designed for memorable dinner parties and holiday gatherings. The library or study might be my favorite space. Floor-to-ceiling dark wood bookshelves filled with beautiful volumes, a coffered ceiling in navy or deep green, a leather Chesterfield in cognac or green facing a fireplace with dark marble and brass accessories, a substantial mahogany desk with a brass lamp, brass floor lamps for reading, and an oriental rug in complementary colors. This is where you retreat to think, to read, to work on important projects in an environment that inspires focus and creativity. Making it work. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This is beautiful, but is it practical? Can a design this elegant actually function for real life? Absolutely, and here's how we ensure that. First, material choices matter. That dark marble we're using throughout? It's sealed properly to resist staining. The brass hardware? Solid brass actually ages beautifully, so fingerprints and patina are part of its charm, not problems to fight. The dark wood floors? They hide minor scratches and wear far better than lighter woods. The deep green cabinetry is surprisingly practical. Unlike white cabinets that show every fingerprint and smudge, these darker surfaces hide daily wear. Just keep them clean with appropriate wood cleaners, and they'll look stunning for years. For families with children, we adapt without compromising the aesthetic. In the family room, choose performance fabrics that look like velvet but resist stains. In high-traffic areas, opt for wool rugs that are durable and cleanable rather than silk. The formal living and dining rooms can maintain their more delicate fabrics since they see less daily use. Storage is built into the design philosophy. Those beautiful built-ins in the library? They're not just decorative, they provide massive storage for books, files, and objects. The kitchen is designed with functionality in mind. Plenty of deep drawers with full extension slides, organized cabinet interiors, and that stunning range hood that's also highly effective. Maintenance is straightforward with quality materials. Brass will require occasional polishing if you want to maintain maximum shine, or you can let it develop a natural patina. Marble needs sealing annually. Wood furniture benefits from occasional conditioning. But these aren't difficult or time-consuming tasks. They're simple care for quality materials. Budget-wise, you can achieve this look at different price points. Invest most heavily in permanent elements, quality cabinetry, real marble counters, solid wood flooring, and good lighting. Save on items you might change over time: accent pillows, smaller decor pieces, and seasonal florals. Prioritize 1 or 2 statement pieces per room rather than filling every space immediately. Now that we've explored the overarching design philosophy, the rich color palette, and the timeless materials that define this French-inspired traditional estate, it's time to bring these concepts to life through a detailed visual journey. In the next section, we're going to walk through each individual space in this magnificent home, showing you exactly how these design principles translate into real, livable rooms. From the moment you step through the front door into that grand 2-story foyer, to the intimate serenity of the primary bedroom suite, each room tells its own unique story while remaining beautifully connected to the whole. You'll see how the deep forest green cabinetry we discussed transforms the kitchen into a chef's dream, how brass accents create continuity from public entertaining spaces to private retreats, and how that stunning black marble with white veining makes a dramatic statement in multiple rooms throughout the home. What makes this room-by-room exploration so valuable is that you'll witness the practical application of every design element we've covered. The coffered ceilings adding architectural gravitas, the carefully curated furniture pieces creating functional elegance, the layered lighting bringing warmth and ambience, and those botanical touches breathing life into each space. Whether you're drawn to the formal grandeur of the dining room, the intellectual comfort of the library, or the spa-like luxury of the primary bathroom, you'll find inspiration and actionable ideas you can adapt to your own home. So let's begin our detailed tour, room by room, revealing how this cohesive design vision creates an estate that's not just beautiful to look at, but truly exceptional to live in. Get ready to see timeless elegance in every corner. Thank you. And there you have it, a complete design concept that takes inspiration from one stunning kitchen and expands it into an entire estate-worthy home. This French-inspired traditional style, with its deep forest greens, warm brass accents, dramatic marble, and thoughtful architectural details, creates spaces that feel both grandly elegant and genuinely livable. The beauty of this design approach is its timelessness. While trends will come and go, this sophisticated palette and classical style will remain beautiful for decades. You're not just decorating a house, you're creating a legacy home with character, quality, and enduring appeal. Remember, you don't have to implement everything at once. Start with one room, maybe that kitchen transformation or a library makeover, and build from there. Let the design evolve as you find the perfect pieces, and don't be afraid to make it your own by incorporating family heirlooms or personal collections within this framework. If you found this design concept inspiring, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to Modify House for more stunning interior design ideas. Drop a comment below telling us, which room from this design would you create first in your home? And what's your favorite element? The brass accents, the deep green cabinetry, or those gorgeous coffered ceilings? We read every comment and love hearing from you. Don't forget to check the description below for links to paint colors, similar fixtures, and resources to help you bring this look into your own space. And be sure to check out our other videos for more design inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep transforming your space with Modify House. See you in the next video.